when you're retiring with a 10-year age gap, it can present some financial challenges. Not to mention, it can present some compatibility issues, some trust issues. However, if you structure your retirement the right way, you can still enjoy a financially secure retirement. You can still have compatibility and you can still secure trust, even if you have a 10-year age gap between both of you guys. We're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about retiring with a 10-year age gap and how you can still benefit when you structure your retirement financially. But first, make sure that you hit a like, you subscribe, you drop a comment down below. Do whatever you can, but please support the channel whenever you can. In case you haven't met me before, my name is Leon Mann. I'm a licensed wealth consultant with Money Assist Financial. And what I do, I help hardworking folks, perhaps it could even be yourself, but I help them to add an additional multiple 6 to 7 figures to their retirement portfolio by providing a free, no obligation financial guideline. This works much like a GPS. It's going to help you to design your lifestyle the way that you would like it to be based on where you currently are. Now, when you have that 10-year age gap, obviously there's going to be a bit of an issue. For example, you have one partner, they may have many more years to work ahead of them. In the meantime, you may be ready to settle down and collect your government benefits. Now, for the sake of this presentation, we're going to talk about the financial issues that you can work out. And we're going to use 65 and 55. Now, when you are retiring at 65, well, you have a couple of options. Number one, you can either continue working full-time and then retire when your partner chooses to retire. The second thing is that you can choose to go all in and enjoy your retirement, collect both your OAS and your CPP benefits. The third option is, of course, to see if you can get a part-time job, maybe collect your OAS, and try to delay your CPP payments until 70 years of age, because a lot of people, they try to delay their CPP so that they can get more of a payout, but you do have some options. However, you will want to extend your retirement horizon, meaning that instead of looking at just 25 years now, you can extend it to 35 and 40 years because you want to cater for both of you guys. And since you have a younger partner, your retirement horizon is a little bit longer. So you want to be prepared for that. Now, the first thing you want to do is pension plan. This goes if you are retiring with a defined benefit plan. With a defined benefit plan, if you're lucky enough, you have two options. Number one, you can go with the full pension and get a larger payout. Or number two, you can have a joint pension in which you cater for your younger partner, but you sort of lower your monthly payments. Well, of course, if you have a younger partner, the best bet would be to get a joint pension. That is because if you want him or her to be secure and to collect a survivor benefit, this is what a joint pension does. It allows your partner to collect a 60% survivor benefit, right? In case you pass away, because there may be a good chance if you're the older partner that you go first, right? So you may want to consider things like a joint pension. Even if the payout is a little less, it has a survivor benefit to it, right? So it basically protects your younger partner. So consider things like that if you retire with a defined benefit plan. The second thing is tax planning. It is more likely that the partner that is still working would be in the higher tax bracket. Therefore, he or she can continue to a spousal RRSP. So it's a great opportunity to contribute to a spousal RRSP. When the partner in the higher tax bracket contributes to a spousal RRSP, then he or she will see an immediate tax benefit. Now, how this works is that when he or she retires, then both of you can split your pension and both of you can basically avoid paying the higher tax bill because you sort of split the pension and you fall into the same tax bracket, as opposed to one partner having to pay more taxes. Pension splitting allows both of you guys to collect the same amount of pension and share the same amount of taxes, lower your taxes, for example, right? When you pension split. And another thing, if you're 65, you're between 65 and 71, you could also draw down your RRSP if you have a huge RRSP. And the reason why you want to draw down your RRSP is because when you transfer it into a RIF, you're going to be paying taxes on it. So if you have a large RRSP, you want to take it out slowly between the ages of 65 and 71. Now, I also talk about the RRSP meltdown in a previous YouTube video, so you may want to check it out. But the idea here is to take out an investment loan, and the interest on that loan becomes a tax deductible. So when you draw down your RRSP at 65, what happens is that you cancel out and you get to write off that income, right? Basically, it basically provides you to take out your RRSP while reducing the taxes. Now, the reason also is that if your younger partner has to collect a survivor benefit, as in the defined benefit plan, you don't want he or she to fall into a higher tax bracket, right? So you want to make sure you draw down your RRSP as much as possible as well to protect your younger partner. The fourth thing is make sure you have life insurance now, because one is 10 years older, you want to perhaps take out life insurance on the older partner, right? So in that case, if he or she passes away, what happens is that you have a tax-free transfer of wealth. You also get to replace your partner's pension, and most of all, it prevents your assets from being depleted, right? Or from being taxed, and it protects your estate. Life insurance is the preservation of assets, right? And if you look at it this way, then you consider life insurance an excellent estate planning tool, especially for the survivor. And if both of you are 10 years apart, you want to have some form of survivor security, right? So, and the last thing is, of course, you want to plan for long-term care. Since the older partner is older, he or she may need long-term care assistance sooner. So you want to have the right investments, savings in place, and long-term care and protection. Bottom line, guys, is that if you both have a 10-year age gap, there's gonna be obvious planning that needs to be done, but it's totally possible to have a financially secure life as well as protect your compatibility and trust, but you have to design it by intention. You have to stress test your retirement according to longevity. You have to be prepared for premature death, and you have to plan for long-term care. But if it is done right, it is totally possible, because it's not just a matter of one partner retiring, but both of you guys have to retire securely, right? So I hope you did find value in this presentation. If you did, feel free to hit a like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Feel free to check out my other videos where we take it up a notch. Thank you guys. Until next time, peace and love. Take care.